Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to stay in the Capital Region, actually. Spend a little time with Cindy Kangas, who's the Executive Director of the Capital Area Manufacturing Council. Cindy, welcome to the show. It's always good to see you. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I'm so great. Thanks for having me.
Good. It's great to have you on, and it's great to hear from the manufacturing sector. So, bring us up to date. What's happening right now?
We're seeing a lot military subs being built, that sort of thing. We're seeing a lot of defense contracts, aerospace. We're hoping that 2026 is a little steady as opposed to 2025, which was a little rocky. But I'm optimistic. I'm seeing some good signs, and hopefully we can maybe diversify to some of these new industries and bring some more work to the region.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about along those lines, it moving up and down. So, is it DoD stuff that is mostly bringing up the slack, and I would suspect that's contingent upon our military operations, eh?
Yes, I'm seeing a lot of defense contracts, lots, and new defense contracts. New military contracts where they're, we see it all the time. We're getting emails. Oh, would you like to potentially provide something for the subs that they're building? And I think because we've got the Great Lakes around us, it's very easy for us to take some of those contracts. So we'll see where that goes, but hopefully that's a good sign.
Good point. Are you hearing much on tariffs, et cetera?
Yeah, I think tariffs. Sadly, we're used to things going up and down and just not knowing.
Yeah.
So I think people are kind of coasting if they don't know how it's going to affect them from day to day.
That's what we're finding in the normal diverse business
Yeah,
community. Same thing. So you have a big event coming up. This is
I
always
do.
a fun one. Tell me about it.
So Rosie the Riveter Day, it's our fourth annual event, and it's taking place at the airport in Lansing, the Capital Region International Airport. And we're really excited because every year we get to honor history in real life.
Yeah.
So Rosie the Riveters, those of them that are still with us, are all right around 100 years old. And so, we need to nurture them and love on them while we can. We have a lot of veterans that join us. We even have some Tuskegee Airmen that join us. And it's a day to not only celebrate history, but to let the women who are currently in manufacturing, there are five generations of women in the workforce right now, and the talent pipeline, those in college, maybe some young robotics teams and Girl Scouts, they always like to come and celebrate Rosie. So it's kind of this intergenerational day to celebrate women and the women that started it off for us.
Well, and I would say it's pretty important to celebrate this sort of thing, right?
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, 30% of workers are female in manufacturing and the skilled trades. And, it's okay, but we've been coasting at about 30%, and our goal is to share this as a viable career pathway.
Well, all these Rosies that came back, I would say that it was a much higher percentage of the workforce in those days, right? So
Very much so. Very much
that
so.
is good. Tell me a little bit about the activities around this and maybe speakers, that sort of thing.
Yeah, we have some great speakers, including Diana Tarpoff, who is a descendant of Ari Olds. We're very excited about that. We have tanks coming, vintage planes coming with hopefully, knock on wood if the weather's great, a flyover. But we
Uh,
also have a tribute to farming, Rosie's on the farm. So you'll see vintage tractors, you'll see MSU 4-H. We also have Impression 5 and some other things for kids to do that are hands-on activities. So really, it's a day for everyone. We're hoping that people will bring their families and enjoy it.
let's talk about who will be attending.
Well, it's interesting because I had a group of GM employees from the Detroit region that said they were bringing a bus. It's
Oh,
meant to be a statewide event. We've had some people come from the UP before, so I don't know that there are barriers. I think everybody needs to come if there's an interest, and we hope that they will. We hope the weather will be nice and people will come from far and wide.
so tell me about the impact of this maybe on the pipeline to get young ladies into this industry.
I think obviously it's living history, and not only do we get to hear their stories and honor them, but you're right, it does nurture that talent pipeline. And so a lot of young people, especially young ladies, aren't exposed to the trades as career pathways. If a young lady who's in seventh grade says, I want to be a welder when I grow up, a lot of people would think, well, I don't know how to advise you to do that. So hopefully this will open it up and people can start mixing and mingling and they can talk to women who actually are welders and they can understand what they do on a regular basis.
Well, I'm glad you're getting a hold of these Rosies seriously while they still can tell their story because this is important. So, how do people get more information on this day so they can get involved?
Yeah, so we have a website, mirosieday.org. And then we also are on Facebook. If you look us up in your calendar, we should be there.
And I would imagine we'll probably have a link somewhere in here on the Michigan Business Network website as well.
Thank you.
Well, Cindy Kangas, who's the executive director of the Capital Area Manufacturing Council, thanks so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you there and
I
meeting
can't
the
wait.
Rosies.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chris.
All right, Cindy, thank you. You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with